Disclaimer. This video is created for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Love, peace, and life, family. Welcome to another episode of The High Zone. Today on the menu, we got some disturbing, diabolical TikToks. With that being said, if you're not tapped in with the family, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time I drop. You could be rocking out with me and the family. Family, I definitely appreciate every last one of you, and I love y'all like cook food. With that being said, family, do not forget to hit that share button and also that hype button when it's available. I'm not going to hold y'all today. Let's get straight into these bangers.
Another creature I spent time with down in the tunnel was a dog man. Now, to be clear, this was not the genetic chimera of a dog man talked about on the Confessionals podcast, which are genetically half wolf and half man. These beasts are terrifying and they are everywhere. And I'm convinced that it is these that are causing the disappearance of many people. However, this dog man that I got to know was a surgical chimera. That means that a dog, a German Shepherd to be exact, had his head surgically removed, and a man had his head surgically removed. And the heads were switched so that the German Shepherd body had a man's head and the man's body had a German Shepherd's head. This caused neurological and constitutional havoc for both creatures. They were miserable. The man's body, controlled by the dog head, urinated by lifting his leg on every corner he passed. The man's body rejected the raw meat eaten by the dog's head with explosive diarrhea. The man's body was desperately thin from malnourishment. The surgical wounds on their necks were festering, and somehow being attached to the wrong body caused them great pain neurologically. The sheer magnitude of what the evil ones are doing underground is mind-blowing.
That is diabolical and crazy. I wonder what tunnel was that? The Vegas tunnel, maybe? Bruh. You know, they say it gets creepy the deeper you go down there. But anyway, family, let me know. Was that fate? Or was that fast?
Head shields are the most famous family in the realm. But fame isn't power. 13 families hold it all. You only know one. Their names never appear in chronicles. Their faces never painted. Almost all are goblins. They make up 0.2% of the realm, yet own it almost entirely. Together, the 13 forged 4 great chains. The first chain controls all food. They poisoned the soil, made seeds that wither after one harvest. Now every harvest requires their blessing. The second chain controls all movement. They own the black goo. Every cart, ship, and forge requires it to move. They've started wars just to raise the price. The third chain controls all coin. They built eternal debt. Their private vaults print public coin. Kings borrow what goblins conjure from nothing and owe it back forever. The fourth chain controls all healing. They seized every cure, made sickness a subscription. Healing exists, but only for those who can pay, forever. 4 chains, invisible to most, wrapped around everything. And the people believe they are free, because chains you cannot see are chains you cannot break.
Imagine goblins are really running the world on some Harry Potter-ish. That'd be diabolical. Wow. Damn, might not be far-fetched. You see him in Harry Potter controlling the banks.
This is a bank run by goblins.
That might have told us something right here that went over our heads. But anyway, family, let me know what you thought about that.
We were the first ones to see the object. It was buried in the side of the cliff, and it was shaped between an egg and like a teardrop, but it was huge. I was close enough to take out detail on it, but it was not just smooth. There was bumps and notches and things in it. It was really organic. It was almost like art. It looked metal, but it didn't have any reflection on it, man. It was dripping this syrup-like liquid. It was everywhere. It was weird. It was a purplish green color. They ate some of the skin off, the hair off my arms. There was one light on it that slowly went around, and the machine, I could hear it, and it had like a hum to it, and it kind of fluctuated, and then finally it just cut off, and everything just seemed to stop. There was 3 holes, but I felt this presence that it's real strange. I guess it was almost like the creatures they called me, and it was like weird, and I think they were trying to communicate with me. Like, I guess telepathically, they were holding my hands and they had their hands on me. They only had 4 fingers, by the way. It was a warm, like, loving feeling, like you would have if you were with a family. Probably the closest thing I could say that they were like almost like angels. And if I had to, I'd go with them.
This is a U.S. Marine letting you know what happened to him in the jungle somewhere. A UFO that's shaped like an egg. And they spoke to him telepathically. And he wanted to go with them. In fact, he go with them right now. I think a lot of us feel the same way. Perfect. We want to get up out of here. There's too much going on Earth. Too much evil. But let me know what y'all think about that down below.
Humans are also on the food chain. There are species like extraterrestrials who consume humans. Reptilians are also one of them. That's why I also think there's a big component of the human involved with the reptilian race.
That's the adrenochrome stuff, right?
Yes, that is part of it. And there's that anti-aging part of it. Yeah. You can tell it was interesting when Trump went into office. I think it was last time. There are certain celebrities, they looked like they were decaying at such a rapid rate. It's because he was shutting these things down. That's why these people were screaming. And I've remote viewed some of these experiences, one being a very popular woman in politics. She was taken out a long time ago, but it's all her clones now. But I was brought to a situation where she was with a child, and it was the most demonic thing I have ever seen. It literally looked like a skin suit, and this horrible demonic entity, pointy teeth, everything was just devouring this child.
Jeez.
It make a lot of sense, okay? Since Trump came in office, a lot of these celebrities been drying up. They've been looking old as hell. Literally, bro. Like, really think about it. A lot of your favorite celebrities don't look the same anymore.
On God? Okay, on God.
They running out that adrenochrome. But anyway, comment down below.
Do you think the moon's real?
No, absolutely not. The Dogon tribe in Africa talks about the time before the moon. Literally, there was a time before the moon, which means what? Which means the moon was implanted there. It was not made by, quote unquote, the original OG God. It was implanted there, and like literally, there's a whole science about how it connects to Saturn, and how it's literally like an energy suck station, how it's influencing the water and the magnetism of the reproductive cycle, the hormonal cycle. We're water, we're 77% water. If it affects the ocean, is it affecting us? Absolutely. Saturn is communicating with the moon, and there's like a connection there, and it's pooling energy, and there was a time before the moon, which means it was planted there. Yeah.
Saturn, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard that Saturn is like Satan or something. And when you listen to Saturn, I don't know if you've ever heard of sort of this tone that comes from each planet, but when you get to Saturn, it sounds like hell.
I haven't particularly sat and listened to Saturn, but yeah, I'm not scared. Like, maybe I'll listen to it.
You heard it from his mouth. The Dogon tribe said the moon wasn't there before. Bazinga! The moon is a draconian system that's there to manipulate the soul and trap the soul. If you don't believe me, do your own research and come back and comment down below.
Staff Sergeant Ryan Martinez was the BDOC desk sergeant on duty at Offutt AFB, a few miles south of Omaha, Nebraska. He sipped cold coffee, updated the blotter, and checked in with patrols. Reports confirmed the monitors. RC-135 sitting dark in the flight line, guards walking posts, and perimeter fences quiet. At 0400, this was routine. Martinez was fighting a yawn when the klaxon fired up. Then an announcement. Alarm red. Perimeter breach. Martinez checked the cameras. A wave of shadows was stumbling across the field toward thousands of on-base personnel and their families. Then he saw them. The shadows were people. Or at least they used to be. The loudspeaker barked commands to halt. The horde kept coming. Flares went up. Warning shots were fired. The horde kept coming. Then came the command Martinez never expected to hear. Weapons free. Gunfire erupted. Thousands of rounds creating a wall of sound and smoke and steel. Bodies fell. The entire base held its breath. A few seconds later, the bodies rose again, and the horde kept coming. Martinez tore through a cabinet searching for the protocols no one took seriously, remembering the training no one thought necessary. Every soldier at Offutt was prepared for this exact scenario, outlined in a military document most Americans had never heard of. Con Plan 8888, the Pentagon's guide for surviving a zombie apocalypse. And tonight, the plan goes operational. The plan that Staff Sergeant Martinez pulled from that cabinet is real. I have a copy of it. You can download it and read it for yourself. In 2009, United States Strategic Command released Con Plan 8888-11, Counter-Zombie Dominance Operations. 31 pages of detailed military strategy for surviving a zombie apocalypse, complete with operational phases, threat assessments, and rules of engagement.
Wait. This is a real thing? Army vs. zombies?
Yep.
Okay, I'm terrified right now. Hold me.
No. The document opens with standard Pentagon formatting, official letterhead, proper classification stamps. Everything looks mundane until you get to the document's purpose statement.
U.S. Stratcom, Con Plan 8888. Purpose: to undertake military operations to preserve non-zombie humans from the threats posed by a zombie horde. Because zombies pose a threat to all non-zombie human life, hereafter referred to as humans, U.S. Stratcom will be prepared to preserve the sanctity of human life.
The document was declassified in 2011 thanks to a FOIA request. Now that's a quick turnaround from classified to public. A section of Con Plan 8888 reveals why.
U.S. Stratcom, Con Plan 8888, Security Instructions. This document is unclassified to ensure maximum utility during times of crisis. Classified capabilities used to counter zombies will be addressed in appropriate orders, and crisis plan will be adapted to current operational conditions.
Con Plan 8888 assumes a complete breakdown of society. It lays out 5 distinct operational phases from monitoring through the restoration of civil authority. Phase 0 is shape the environment. Stratcom watches for non-state actors with chemical and biological WMDs. They monitor disease vectors, outbreaks, and epidemics. Phase 1 is deter. This prevents enemies from creating zombies, and nuclear-armed countries get notified that counter-zombie tactics aren't a preparation for war. Phase 2 is seize the...
Zone family, do y'all remember a few years back, the news said that this document was given to your local police station just in case of a zombie apocalypse? That is diabolical and crazy. Let's keep it moving.
Stratcom provides security assistance to local authorities. Quarantine zones get created and enforced. Civilian areas stay protected until they're overrun. Then Con Plan 8888 enters Phase 3. Dominate, respond, and counter. During Phase 3, the U.S. military locks down and retreats to fortified positions for at least 40 days.
U.S. Stratcom, Con Plan 8888, Phase 3. Upon receipt of a U.S. Stratcom order, all forces will begin preparations to conduct combat operations against zombie threats. U.S. Stratcom will shelter all personnel in place for at least 40 days.
After that, Phases 4 and 5 focus on stabilizing and restoring government. Reconnaissance teams deploy to assess the zombie threat.
U.S. Stratcom, Con Plan 8888, Phase 4 and 5. No earlier than 40 days after the initiation of Phase 3 operations, U.S. Stratcom forces will initiate local reconnaissance ops to determine the severity of the remaining zombie threat, assess the physical and epidemiological security of the local environment, and survey the status of basic services: water, power, sewage infrastructure, and communications.
If the threat is neutralized, rebuilding begins. But as long as zombies exist, the military stays locked down. Con Plan 8888 outlines these phases step by step. But notice what's missing during the military lockdown: civilian protection. The document says that during the first critical weeks, local law enforcement handles zombie attacks until martial law is declared. After that, no civilian assistance, no rescue missions, no exceptions. The plan assumes most government officials die within 24 hours. Cities become uninhabitable. Infrastructure collapses completely. Con Plan 8888 ensures military command and control continues.
This reminds me of that video game, The Last of Us. If you never played The Last of Us, you can even look it up on YouTube. This is crazy. Diabolical, which means they're gonna leave us out there for self. They don't care about us. They want us to go through this. In fact, I think this is what the elites want. Let's keep it moving.
That's great if you're inside a fortified facility. But for anyone outside a military fence, Con Plan 8888 makes it clear. You're on your own. Con Plan 8888 says pathogenic zombies are most common, and that makes sense. Diseases affect every animal on Earth, and sometimes those diseases jump to humans through zoonosis. AIDS, SARS, H1N1, Ebola, plague, anthrax, Lyme disease, malaria. Dozens of deadly diseases jump from animals to humans, and most diseases kill their host, but not all. Con Plan 8888 calls these SIZs, symbiont-induced zombies. Instead of killing you, the parasite uses you, at least for a while. In Costa Rica's rainforests, the jewel wasp attacks cockroaches. The wasp injects venom directly into the roach's brain. The roach becomes docile and compliant.
You said this was the Cosby wasp?
The jewel wasp.
Yeah, I don't remember Jewel doing anything this inappropriate.
The jewel wasp grabs the roach by its antenna and leads it to a burrow, like walking a dog. The roach doesn't flee, it follows. Then the wasp lays an egg inside the roach and leaves. The roach stays put, waiting peacefully. When the larva hatches, it eats the cockroach alive from the inside out. That's mind control. Con Plan 8888 calls it zombification. And if you played the Dead Rising games, those zombies are created by these parasitic wasps. Then there's Ophiocordyceps. This fungus turns ants into zombie ants. Infected ants abandon their colonies and climb high branches. They bite down on leaves with a death grip. The fungus then consumes the ant's body and bursts from its head, raining spores on the colony below. The ant's final act spreads infection and creates more zombies. The Last of Us games and HBO series feature the cordyceps fungus jumping to humans. African sleeping sickness affects thousands of people every year. It's transmitted by tsetse flies. Victims become
C-Zone family, I told y'all, The Last of Us, they put it in our video games, just like Call of Duty with the whole Venezuela thing. Well, this whole zombie apocalypse, they got a whole game on it. This is serious. Pay attention and be aware. Let's keep it moving.
Confused, disoriented, and violent. Like zombies.
Right.
Those parasites kill the host eventually, but some keep the host alive forever. The acanthocephalin worm starts by infecting insects that birds like to eat, because the worm's final destination is in a bird's gut. The parasite hijacks an insect's survival instincts. It abandons cover and wanders into open areas where birds hunt. Some climb to the tops of plants and stay exposed. Birds eat the zombified insects. The worm infects the bird. More worms spread through the bird's feces, and the bird never knows the worm is there. In fact, there's a dangerous parasite that's already living in almost half of the human population. And if you don't have it, there's a good chance that somebody living in your house does.
Dr. Annie Liu was a molecular gerontologist and the latest darling of Silicon Valley. She discovered a telomere-extending virus, the holy grail of life extension. She called it Project Lazarus. The ultra-wealthy from all over the world poured billions into Lazarus. If there's one thing billionaires really hate doing, it's dying. But Dr. Liu hit an impasse. The Lazarus virus worked perfectly in a petri dish, but once it was injected into a live rat, the rat died within hours.
Could it be the delivery vector? Maybe a cytokine cascade? Why do the telomeres lengthen, then trigger apoptosis? Immune storm in every test subject. Hours to death. What am I missing?
Low-key Zone family, this might be the lad they found under the bridge in California. You never know. You never know. Let's keep it moving. Yo.
Dr. Lou checked the time. It was after 3 a.m., her third all-nighter in a row. She needed to get some sleep. Better to deal with this with fresh eyes.
Hello? I'm fine. It was just a hard day at the lab.
But Dr. Lou didn't realize how hard a day it was.
Tell me she left the thing open.
She never noticed the 3-micron tear in her hazmat suit. A human hair is about 60 microns wide, but not the Lazarus virus. Those are 0.02 microns wide. Plenty of room for a virus to enter. In fact, that's enough room for hundreds of them to enter.
Of course I'm coming. I wouldn't miss my little sister's wedding for anything.
Dr. Lou took every precaution. N95 masks block particles 0.03 microns wide. But that's not enough to stop Lazarus. Even if Dr. Lou knew about the tear, she wouldn't have been that concerned. Lazarus wasn't an airborne virus. Lazarus only worked if it was injected directly into the bloodstream.
Resident Evil vibes. She about to eat that whole wedding, y'all. Nah. Zone family. That was diabolical. We need part 5. I can't wait for part 5. You need to drop that ASAP. This is crazy. They put it in the video games. They put it in your movies. You just gotta be paying attention and have good discernment to see what's going on. Not to forget to mention, they gave the police department a booklet on how to handle these things. That is diabolical and crazy. They didn't send a copy to everybody. No, they worrying about the elites and the government and they self. If you ain't prepared, you cook. Just like in the game, The Last of Us. But anyway, family, let me know what y'all thought about that. And if y'all want that part 5, hashtag part 5. Let's keep it moving.
They were lilac and teardrop shaped. It's the truth and nothing but the truth. I've been a doctor for 46 years. In 1996, on January 20th, I was called to see a patient. Getting there, I realized it was not a being not of this planet. I was called to give my opinion on the case, accessing it medically, assessing it. Conscious, no pain, no bleeding, breathing well, very calm and tranquil, resembling a 7-year-old, pale, no bad odor. The head was large, teardrop shaped. Small mouth, one hand under the sheet, other one out. The eyes weren't red, they were lilac and teardrop shaped. Looking at me very calmly, not agitated, aggressive, or in pain. I think not afraid either. He seemed to understand the situation. A beautiful gaze without judgment. Twice he looked at me, then to the window, then at me again. I stood about 60 inches away from him. I did not touch, but I was close. His way of looking suggested an intelligence greater than ours, than humans. He understood, despite his defensive position. He was not afraid. He understood what was happening. He likely had some purpose for being there. The truth is, I'm an eyewitness. I saw the being. Say what you want, joke, mock. But I saw him lying there in front of me. It is important to highlight this is not about money. This is what changes the very concept of humanity. A being from another place. I was called by chance to see another patient, and I saw it. It's important for people to know this. Those who say they've seen a spacecraft, we really saw it. It's not easy to be here on camera talking about this. They ask, and it feels like we are lying, having to insist. I have sworn I saw it, and I did. I want the younger generation to believe that this indeed exists.
Wow, wow, wow. There you go, from a physicist. The only place who don't tell us these things exist is the United States. They be pump faking, okay? Everywhere else, they be talking. And if somebody talk over here, you know what's gonna go down. But anyways, Zone family, comment down below.
Young boys, because they'll go, yo, you ever don't wear your jewelry? And they'll go, nah, I wear mine everywhere I go. Like there's not another version of them.
Right.
Like there's not another guy that's just not special. He's exactly like you. He just don't have a song. When you feel like you're going to get busy if you touch it, he feeling like I'm going to get busy to get it.
Right.
Right? And it's the same energy, bro. Like, and you go on, like, it's when you run into yourself, you would have to ask them, big, when you see them have that, nah, ain't nobody going to do nothing to me. But what about when you was doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You'll run into that, especially if you go everywhere with it. You got to be conscious of it. When you go back into the environments, you'll be having some of them, they walk around and they are the biggest lick. The value of the stuff that they got around them is actually worth it. They're doing the hit in the neighborhood for $5,000. If you come, you got what? That's $800,000 worth of jewelry you got on your neck? You have to come up.
50 was talking facts. You're gonna run into yourself. Especially if you wanna floss all day, every day. You will run into yourself. You have to be mindful and be humble. Humble yourself. Like the Dread said, you know? The earth is your bed. Humble yourself. Ain't no greater frequency than being humble. You ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Love, light, and peace, family.
This isn't just fashion. This is frequency. This is higher zone.
If y'all see it said, I made a post about the UFOs intercepting missiles and all that other shit, right? Is extraterrestrials involved in this fight over the earth with us? The fight is over the entire earth. And the fight is over humanity, the hearts and minds and soul of the humans, which side they're gonna be on and who they gonna pick. That's why it say, Archangel Michael and his army. You are part of the army of light, fighting on the side of good, quote unquote, righteousness, because you picked your side. Within the cosmos, within Earth, within this war, human beings are a part of that war. We will become casualties of that war. But which side are you dying on? The light or the dark side of which kingdom and of the war? Humanity, no matter if you want to or not, you're a part of the war. Somebody gonna ask me, so if America send you over here or they draft you, you fighting for them, nigga? If your cousin a Crip, nigga, and some Bloods come kill him, nigga, that's your war. Or if you was born with some Crips and you like, yeah, I'm going down the street, I don't want to be Crip. The Bloods gonna see you as Crip. You inherit wars. As humans, and whatever nation we in, we inherit certain wars, and this is one of them. So everybody like, I ain't going, nigga, you better be war ready. It don't matter if you want to or not, nigga, you better be war ready. It's war on all sides of whatever. Humanity always involved in some wars, nigga. You're gonna be involved in one over your lifetime. So it's not as you ready, nigga, it's gonna have to. You feel me? But yeah, the earth is war within the firmaments. The war is not in the heavens, it's now, it's here. And we getting closer to that war. It's stargates on a system that's and within the firmament that's closed and shit. Above the firmament that's closed, nobody can get in or out. This is why they doing underground tunnels. Because the war is now, it's taking place now. The war was over the planet. Nobody can leave, nobody can exit, nigga. It's going down on the planet, my nigga.
Word.
And all the wars that y'all see humans and where they get these weapons from, it's extraterrestrials and human beings at war.
But anyway, family, comment down below.
What's most interesting is the Mexican people have the lowest incidence of cancer anywhere on the planet. And the reason is they kill the ascaris with this particular product here, we all know to be the jalapeno pepper. And those seeds of the jalapeno pepper, only 10 or 15 seeds twice a day have the ability to kill the ascaris, which she found to be a major cause of why the body loses oxygen at the tumor sites. And to kill that, you use the jalapeno seeds, and then you back that up with a little ozonated olive oil.
Listen and take that information in. Them jalapenos kill parasites. No wonder why Poppy be tearing those things up. Poppy is spicy? No. I'm rocking with Poppy. Gotta give me some jalapenos in the system. Let's keep it moving.
These are the facts. Go read them for yourself. Do not believe a word I say. Just go do your own research. When you're looking up Khalifa, when you're looking up other women in other tribes and what they actually did to men at the time, just go read the Bible. When they'll kill all the men. See, I need y'all to understand this about the Bible. Those scriptures come from women, sibyls and oracles. And women were written out of their own stories. All religions are patriarchal, meaning ruled by males. So I'm not telling you to believe what I say. I'm letting you know, woman, as I've said before, you have been conquered. You have been conquered, woman, by the male. And what people do when they conquer another people, they're going to rewrite and erase the history. AI is not going to tell you that. Artificial is not going to tell you who you are. You do have to research.
The divine feminine was very strong back then. It's crazy how they didn't even want women to go to school back then. That's one. Two, look at the people who serve the Illuminati. It's a men club. No women allowed. Think about that one. And come back and let me know what you think. That's pretty wild.
Oh, hell nah. I told y'all we was cooked. They shooting at him. Oh, shit.
That is disturbing and diabolical. That was some drones.
Hold up.
AI probably powered. Well, if not AI powered, it would be AI powered soon. Attacking that man, swarming around his head and shooting at him at the same time. Giants. That's the technology we have right now. Okay? These things will be patrolling the streets, keeping people in check. Okay? Technology is going to get out of hand. We think it's getting better, but it's really getting worse. Comment down below.
I said, do you have religion? And they said, religion? Isn't that something that's created by man? Do we have faith? Yes, we have faith. Do we believe that there is that which you call God? We accept that based on our science. It's no longer a faith-based idea that there is a creator, that which you call God. That truly is. Do you believe in life after death? Yes, they do. They even have means to communicate with their loved ones. It's not some parlor trick. They really have the means to do it. But there are forbidden questions that you can't ask about what happens after death. Otherwise, you ask that, you're cut off immediately.
What happened when God went into the church and flipped the table? Why did he do that? God always told us to have faith, though. Church is in your heart. But if you want to go to church, that's on you. Comment down below.
See, I keep telling y'all niggas ain't trying to pay for the fucking MTA, my nigga. Even the Jew niggas be hopping the train. Look, the nigga shit decline. You feel me? Nigga looking through his motherfucking phone, you feel me? Then my son, you know what I'm saying? He trying to contemplate, then he twist his curves, you feel what I'm saying? He look around, do it the smoothie, pop a doopie, he hopped over. Y'all be thinking niggas pay for the fucking train. Everybody hop the train. Even the Jew niggas hop the train. This nigga ain't trying to fucking pay. This nigga Batman always paying.
He did the smoothie, pop a doobie, and hop that turnstile. I mean, people been hopping the train forever in New York. Even when I was in school, they gave me the school Metro card. Once the time is out, after 6 o'clock, we hop in the train. We used to do the Metro card trick. You had to bend the corner in the beginning of where the card is. Boop! And we ghost. We was out. Back in the days was lit, okay? Who remember when they had tokens? Man, listen. Any damn way, comment down below. If you know, you know. Word. If you know, you know. That's the look.
This is New York, from the L train to the world. It's not just fashion, it's frequency. We built this from frequency, not fabric. This is Higher Zone.
Blackhawk just came. Look at that shit. It just did it again. What the fuck is going on? Goddamn Transformer blew up just after Blackhawk just flew over. What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Frequency war, baby.
Hey, yo, Ryder, get inside. Go inside.
Frequency war.
What the fuck is going on? Hey, Kurt, got a Transformer blowing up out here. Someone call Dominion. Oh, you? Shit.
That's crazy.
Hey, Ryder, here. That shit's live. That shit going, yeah. Yep.
Hey, yo, we need to move these cars.
Oh, shit. Hey, we do need to move these cars. Right now.
I advise you not to get in that car. All that metal.
You gonna try you to the back of the truck. Come here. Come here.
Holy shit. It ain't smoking no more.
No, the power's out now. You don't hear it anymore.
Cook. That's crazy. Better chill out, buddy.
Is there something up there, dude? Moving that shit? I don't know. Watch where you step.
Whoever keeps working on these lines fucking sucks at their job, dude. Cause I've seen them out here multiple fucking times, dude, and they still can't get the shit right.
Well, don't seem like you got power to go into it now.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not gonna be the one to find out though.
Okay.
That's a lot of voltage going through that.
Hell yeah.
That's 500,000 volts right there, son.
You can hear it from here.
Well, can't write a fucking rejection sticker with it. Ain't got no fucking power.
You can't do shit without it. Look at it.
That is diabolical. He said after the Black Hawk passed them, as you can see, it was flying down, man, that transformer went off. Might be a frequency war out here, people. Let's pay attention and be aware.
This isn't just fashion. This is frequency. This is Higher Zone.
Subscribe to Higher Zone. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the vibe. We still shining, even through the rain, boy. Thunder rolls, so you ain't stop. Raindrops on the window, I've been watching them fall. They remind me of the nights when I lost it all. Every storm taught me something about faith. You can't grow flowers if the sky don't break. You said hide from the weather, now I walk in it. Pain hit different when your heart's still in it. But I learned you can't heal if you don't feel. Sometimes the rain show us real. I'm still standing through the rain. Dripping pain, but I'm not the same. Sky cry, but I see the change. Every drop wash away my shame. Yeah, I'm still standing through the rain.
What's going on in the Bronx? Every other day a building is on fire in the Bronx. Kind of remind me of back in the days. Diabolical. They need to get down to see what's going on with these fires. And the fires are usually real big. But anyway, let me know what y'all thought about that. But anyway, family, I appreciated you if you made it all the way to the end. You are goated. You are definitely goated. You are one of them ones. You are loved at the Higher Zone. You are beautiful, and I'm in love with you. Zone family, do not forget to hit that share button and that hype button. For more people that's like-minded like you get to see the videos. With that being said, vibrate high. Stay hydrated. Keep positive people around you. Remove negative people and love thy neighbor. I'll catch y'all in the next one, Zone Family. Peace.
Zone.